Got my seat. Thanks, of course, somebody's on.
Meeting of Monday, August 10th, to order. Please rise for reflection and pledge of allegiance. We gather together to make decisions for our community. May we use only our best skills and judgment, keeping our minds and hearts impartial. Let us always act in accordance with what is best for our community and our fellow citizens. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Nancy Goga,
Here.
Daniel Swisher,
Here.
Kevin Brennan,
Present.
Jeremy is absent, Paul Coffey,
Here.
William Hughold,
Here.
Mayor Baumgarten,
Here.
Andy O'Malley,
Here.
Michael Foot,
Here.
Dennis Biondo,
Here.
Ken Truber, Paul Whitmire,
Here.
Jason Stanton.
Here.
Thank you. We have a public notice. An executive session was held this evening at 6 p.m. for the purpose of collecting information or educating agency members on an issue. There are no revisions or additions to the agenda. We have the public comment section on agenda items. If anybody wants to discuss anything on the agenda and have any comments, come up to the podium and address council. There being no comments, we'll move to public presentations. We have no public presentations. We're going to recess for conditional use hearing.
Yeah, motion to recess.
So we need a motion to recess business meeting to open conditional use hearing.
I make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Thank you.
The time scheduled for the conditional use hearing for a request by Life Tribute Realty for conditional use of a certain lot of property in the borough of Castle Shannon that's located in the C2 zoning district. It would be appropriate at this time for anyone who would like to speak or believes they may want to speak on the issue to stand up and have the court reporter swear them in. Is the applicant here?
You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Stop you, God. Thank you.
Suggested that initially we would call on the applicant to just briefly describe his what he's requesting. I would note for the record that the Planning Commission did hear this application the last Planning Commission meeting, and I believe I was there. They recommended approval of the request, so it'll be appropriate for the applicant to just describe what he's asking for. Want to give your name and
Paul Henney, and the lot of funeral home with the property around it. And there's a rental property in the back lot, and I'm subdividing it. It's going to remain, nothing's going to change. It's just going to remain a separate lot, a parking lot, so that I could someday give to my kids. Separate from the family. That's really it.
Can I ask you? Oh, I used to live in the building in front of it years and years ago. One with the tattoo shop on the first floor and then apartment up above.
By the lawyers.
This is the one that faces Willow,
On the other side, on the same side of the alley in Sherman.
Yeah. right in front of the building you're talking about.
Okay.
So my question is, I had a hard time getting in there to park. I remember. Where is there a way to get to the building you're talking about? Is there a way for somebody to get in there without going through the whole lot?
No, right. They have to go through the whole back lot, but there's parking on the side of the building, like in the front, in between those two buildings.
Okay.
Right there.
But you can't get in there from the alley without going
Yeah.
all the way down to the bottom.
You can get in. If
Oh,
you come off Willow, there's that, is it a Serbian restaurant or something?
yeah, on the left.
On the left. So you start up, there's a cut right in there on the right. For I think 2 spaces. On the.
Right behind the tattoo parlor.
On the Willow side of the up by building.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would hope to put one behind it. It would be easier to get into the garage.
Okay. I thought
To
that
open
was,
up behind it would be easier. And then put a boundary maybe so it separate the two.
I see. That was my question. Can they get in there? But I remember the people at the business on the first floor parked there, and so did I, living on the second floor.
Oh, you parked in where I'm talking about?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think our guys park in there too.
Okay.
Maybe they're not supposed to. But yeah, if I could open up hopefully that next piece and then they'll come in.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Has a new piece been opened that I'm not aware of?
Not yet, but I think it makes sense to do
Okay.
that. And then boundary it off.
Does anybody have any questions for?
If someone else wanted to, do you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, just Kim Gales from J.R. Gales and Associates, if you guys had any questions regarding.
Surveyor.
You developed the
Yeah.
drawing and the plan and I guess open up to anyone in the audience want to speak to it.
There being, I guess, no comments, I guess I will.
Probably should adjourn the hearing and move back to the business meeting. And at that point, if someone wants to make a motion for approval, they can do so. So, okay to recess or adjourn the hearing and
Do we need to make a motion to adjourn or
yeah, I think that's the
the recess?
I'll make a motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Favor?
All right.
Thank you.
Aye.
Then you can move back to the business part of the meeting and
Then I will need a motion to approve the conditional use application submitted by Life Tribune Realty and Paul J. Henny.
I'll make that motion.
there are some conditions
Oh.
that I'd like to make part of the
Sorry.
record. if that's
I'll take
okay.
my motion back.
That's okay. Hopefully we'll make it again once. This is, and you'll receive a written approval if council approves it, and that approval would include these conditions. That you comply with all borough ordinances, resolutions, and requirements for a parking lot. Except for the requirement of section 503.34B related to perimeter landscaping and screening insofar as the present use of the lot does not changing. So you'll continue to use it the same way you have been. You comply with all state and federal requirements for the use. I don't know that there are any. The continued use of the lot would be in accordance with all the things you've told the Borough Planning Commission, the Borough Council, in your letters to the borough engineers. You'll comply with all the things you promised to do there. So I don't know if there were many. The future additional uses of that lot would require a conditional use approval. So this approval, if it's granted, only covers the current use that you are proposing now. If you were to try to change that use, make it paid parking, for example, that would require you coming back to council for another conditional use request. And it only applies to lot 1, which is the lot for the parking lot.
Right.
The lot 2, which is where the building is, this conditional use doesn't cover that because the use that you're proposing for that is a use that is permitted within the C2. Yeah. So those are the conditions that staff would recommend as part of the approval if council decides to approve it.
Are there any questions for?
Does Paul agree to those?
That's where we're at. That's why I read them.
Agree to those?
To the condition.
Yes.
Yeah. right.
Okay.
Then we need a motion to approve the conditional use application submitted by Life Tribute Realty / Paul J. Henny, Paul L. Henny.
Motion.
We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Then we'll return to the council business meeting.
Thanks, Dennis. Thank you.
Okay, if there's no additions or corrections to the minutes, we need a motion to approve the July 13th, 2026 per council business meeting.
Make that motion.
Do a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Opposed.
Opposed.
Have roll call vote?
Roll call vote. Franny,
Yes.
Nay.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
We see 4 yeses and 2 nays, so motion carries. Thank you. We have a memorandum of understanding between the Borough of Castle Shannon and the Teamsters Local 205 regarding the waiving of contract language, the CBA restricting the use of sick leave for the care of family members by an employee of the bargaining unit. I need a motion to authorize the Borough Council President to execute that said document.
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Motion carries. Do we have any bid awards, contracts, and resolutions?
None, Madam President.
Council committee reports, community engagement and events. We have
Yeah, just a quick thing on Carnival, the Fireman's Carnival, here and gone. We had great weather and it looks like it's going to be a success. Four in a Park was canceled due to Canadian smoke. I have not seen when that's going to be rescheduled.
I don't think they found a date for rescheduling. As far as I know.
And Willow Wonderland is in planning,
Say that again. Oh, in
Willow
planning.
Wonderland.
Okay.
in
I
planning.
didn't understand that.
Yeah, there's a meeting next Wednesday, I think.
They had one last week.
Last Wednesday.
Yeah, it was last week.
Oh, for the Will Win, but the
Yes, sir.
CFRC meetings next week. Thank you.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Finance.
Yes, I received 3 check registers since the last meeting. The one I received today, I did not have time to review it. So Vicki, I'm looking at July 17th, 24th, and 31st. I have no further questions. And I'll report on the 8/7 one for this past Friday, next meeting.
There being no questions, I need a motion to authorize the payment of all outstanding bills and invoices totaling $190,923.51 from the general fund, $15,600.15 from the streetlight fund, $441.25 from the sanitary sewer fund, $161,016.
No, 162.
$162,016 from the capital fund, $352.23 from the employee sinking fund, $9,857.13 from the library fund.
That capital fund, that's $16. Yeah, that wasn't 16 cents. There's no cents on that one.
Okay, a correction, from the capital fund, it was $160,
No.
$162,016 from the capital fund. Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to make a motion to authorize the
Yes, I'll
payment?
make that motion.
We have a second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. HR personnel, I don't think there's anything there. Library, we met with the library board last week or 2 weeks ago and the executive committee and had a very good back and forth meeting and better communication lines opened up. So we're real pleased with that meeting, and we probably do that a couple times a year just to stay in on the same page. Thank you. Planning and codes.
I do have some information on the library.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Items that I picked off the website that are out there. There is a blood drive tomorrow at the library from 2 to 6 p.m. The hiring of the page is still available. The application will be accepted until the 17th of this month. The board is still looking for a new member. It's a 3-year term. Applications can be received by September 1st. Upcoming fundraiser on the 27th of August at DJ's in Bridgeville Restaurant. That's between 4 and 8. 20% of the funds would go to the library as a donation. The August Mug of the Month tickets are still available at the library. And the Rad Pass is still available to visit any of the local museums in the city. The next meeting will be the 3rd of September, and you can review the website and the newsletter for any other activities.
Any questions for Dave? Thank you. Planning and codes?
I have nothing.
Nothing. Public safety?
A few things. First and foremost, Mike Chebarenchek's in our audience. And Mike retired as a police lieutenant a long time ago, like 2013, 14, thank you. And we were grateful for his service then. Mike is retiring yet again, twice. So Mike has been helping us out maintaining the police station since his retirement in 2014. And he has also been a parking enforcement officer. But Mike had turned in a letter of resignation, and his last day will be this Thursday. But I want to thank Mike again for, after leaving those years of service, spending 2 other jobs since then, and we appreciate your service. And thank you again. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't be doing it. I'd like to talk about traffic road construction now. I put out on our website, and was syndicated by the borough website as well, that 6th Street construction is still ongoing. They expect at least a couple more weeks down there as the gas company continues to get their lines done before they come into mill and pave Route 80. That work has moved from nights to days, so now it's between 8 to 4. That's a busy stretch of road. Main feeder for Route 88. Castle Shannon Boulevard construction, they are almost to Myrtle. When they get down to Myrtle Avenue, they'll turn left and go up into that neighborhood. We were hoping that they would start that before school starts. I think we're going to have a little bit of a conflict there when Myrtle Avenue opens. But that's night work, and they're working from 7 at night till 6 in the morning. And then starting next Monday, Route 88, mill and pave. They're going to start on the intersections, do those first, and then they will mill and pave the entire length of Route 88 from Route 51 through Castle Shannon and to the boundary line. So, yeah, it's going to be a little tenuous, but we'll get through it as we always have.
Is that night work as well, right?
That is night. We're going to be 8 at night until 6 in the morning. So we're doing the best we can. It's inconvenient for our residents, and we do have some complaint about noise, but it's the best thing. We're to get over 25,000 cars on that route every day. This is the best way to get the work done safely and efficiently. So, and then the last thing I have, I want to commend Lieutenant McEwen, our investigator, and his peer investigators in affected communities that I'm going to describe in a moment. Last Sunday, we had a burglary at the McDonald's on Mount Lebanon Boulevard at 5 after 2 in the morning. Our officers were notified at 9 o'clock in the morning after the business had been open for a while that they had a burglary the night before. McEwen responded. He coordinated with police officers from Scott, Penn Hills, Monroeville, and Peters Township. Those burglars were a sophisticated criminal operation. Burglary happened at 5 after 2 on Sunday. By 1 o'clock in the morning on Monday, they were arrested in Greenville, Indiana, by the state police and local police there. And that was a tribute to the communication and some technology that we used, that the lieutenant used and his peers to track them down, and then made a phone call on a whim to Greenville, Indiana, and said, "We think these burglars are in your area." And they tracked them down, caught them, and got a lot of evidence. And like I said, these were really bad actors. So I'll be commending the lieutenant and putting him up for the Amen Corner Award this year. But it was just a really good piece of police work. I just wanted to get a shout out. That's all I have.
Thank you. So yeah, we made nice news with that story. So department does excellent work. Thank you.
You said in front of the school, that's going to night work, right? In front of Myrtle School, going to night work?
No, that when they get up into that neighborhood, that's going to be day work. So
They're going to be, I thought you said it was night work.
I would imagine that the residents of Myrtle Avenue might be not too happy if we were in there at night. So they're out on their main highways at night.
There are a lot of kids there too, though.
Yeah, we're going to do the best we can to work around it. So we'll be on hand. Flaggers will be on hand, and we'll get through it.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Have we heard anything from Myrtle if they are going to be opening? Miriam, do you have any word on that?
As far as I know, yes. I do know that they
encountered some issues with putting the windows in, and they need more material to finish the job. It's back ordered now, so the material probably will not come in for 4 to 6 weeks. So the teachers are going to be moved around from their classrooms inside the building. They're going to do the best they can, but as far as I know, as of this date, it's going to open on time.
Yeah, I saw where the teacher meet and greet with the students was scheduled for Hamilton Park. Is that?
Madam President, it was just a conversation that I had with the president of the parent-teacher group.
And it was available if they wanted to do that.
So we made an offer and they were going to do some research and be back to the borough.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I mean, between the construction that's going to happen in the road and then in the building, it's going to be very challenging.
Yeah, for sure. Well, hopefully everybody will be safe. I'm confident that our department will make sure that safety is a priority. Thank you. Councilor Shannon, Fire Department.
Madam President, Council, good evening. Presidents below. There's a lot of you here tonight. Following report is for July of 2026. Total incidents in July, we ran a total of 26 calls for the month. 5 of the calls being in Baldwin Township, 19 of the calls in Castle Shannon. And we assisted our brothers and sisters in neighboring departments twice with mutual aid. It was kind of a typical month or a normal month or an average month. We had the typical incidents of cooking mishaps, assisting the medics with vehicle crashes, assisting the medics in vehicle crashes, along with vehicle crashes into in the structures. The report there were no civilian or firefighter injuries for the month of July. In-house training, we only had one training in a month due to our carnival being held. That fire school took place on July 13th. It was a post-incident analysis of the May Street fire that we had in June. So 15 members attended. It's a good class. We had a lot of out-of-town or online training that happened in a month. Happy to report there was 117 hours of online or out-of-town training. So a lot of firefighters got involved with going to the State Fire Academy, Allegheny County Fire Academy, for online training. So the training was as follows. July 4th, one member took the blue card recertifications, which was a 5-hour class. We had 4 members attend on July 9th, a command and company and command officer boot camp. Moving on to the 18th and 19th of July. One member took leadership of supervision, creating environment for professional growth at the National Fire Academy. That was in Emmitsburg, Maryland. On July 23rd, 2 members continued with the company and command officer boot camp. This was a 4-hour course. Essentials of Firefighting. This is our program that actually gets our new firefighters to the point where they can become interior firefighters. So we actually have one member that went ahead and completed 72 hours, gave up pretty much her summer to get this class done. So she completed it, and she completed her Firefighter 1 certificate. So we do have a new interior firefighter as soon as she turns 18. So by the end of the year, we will have her with a black helmet. Continuing on the July 21st and 22nd, one member completed the ProBird Firefighter 1 training and testing of Allegheny County. So again, total hours that firefighters gave up from being with their friends and family for the month of July was 119 hours of out-of-town and online training. Miscellaneous items. Firefighters not only did a lot of training, but they attended a lot of special events around the community and neighboring communities. On the 4th of July, we attended Brentwood's 4th of July parade. 5 members went up in the new engine and took it through the parade. 3 members went up to Burn Boot Camp, did their daycare spoke at the daycare, talked about fire prevention and read some stories to the kids, showed some fire engine off to them. On July 22nd through the 25th, we held our annual carnival. Just many members worked all 4 nights. It was a great event. And like Kevin said, it was nice to see a lot of the families coming back and being a part of the carnival, having a great time. So success. I appreciate all the help from all the firefighters that made it a success. On July 28th, 3 members went over with an engine to the Pleasant Hills National Night Out and participated with many other fire departments, including Pleasant Hills, to make their event successful for their National Night Out. Fortunately, this is the first time, I think, all year we had no new members for the month, which is a little disappointing, but we hopefully will have a couple of members coming in next month. Again, as you can see, firefighters were very busy this month and attending fire schools, extracurricular activities, fundraising, and responding to incidents in Baldwin Township and Castle Shannon. So again, I'm very grateful to our crews and our members for everything that they do to make themselves better as firefighters. Some upcoming events, as always, bingos every Tuesday. They got a new bingo machine. Seems to be a hit with the folks that come and participate in our bingo. Doors open, I think, at 5, and bingo starts at 7. We have the Castle Shannon car show on Saturday, September 12th, from 12 to 4, and the Castle Shannon annual Sportsman's Bash, or actually biennial Sportsman's Bash, on Saturday, October 10th. I saw today that tickets are now available. So, if you need any more information on this, you guys can call down and talk with Lori at the office. Or you can go onto our website, csvfd.org, and look at events. Thank you. I appreciate everything you guys do for us.
Thank you. Thank you
Chief,
so much.
Chief,
Yes, sir.
quick question.
Yes.
I know last Monday we met at the fire department for the public safety meeting.
Yes.
And I was like hesitant. I'm looking at that lot. I'm going, there's no way. Saturday I went by, the whole parking lot's done, striped. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it got done that quickly.
They were supposed to do the front of the firehouse on Friday. We had the engines moved across the street. Pittsburgh Spray was gracious enough to accommodate the engines, and the rains came in and kind of canceled all that. So they're going to try to get to it this week. They just haven't determined on which day, just because of all the rain they're expecting throughout the week. So hopefully by Friday, we'll have a completed parking lot. Great, looking pretty. So appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to say that Dan and I, as part of the Public Safety Committee, met with the fire department for our quarterly meeting last week. And it's the continuing dialogue is working out very well with the 3 communities, with Baldwin and Castle Shannon and the fire department. So the next meeting, I think, is November 2nd. Public Works.
I have nothing.
I think we want to talk about the salt shed cover.
Madam President, just to let council know, members of the public know, the new covering for the salt shed should be arriving next week. And so that's something we've been working on for a couple of years. I know I've been talking to Jason about that project for the last couple of years. So we're happy to see that project moving forward.
Yeah, for the minute the roof was leaking and it needed replaced, so we.
Those weather beaten.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's
Past its life.
That's
expectancy.
yeah. It's at its
Yeah.
life cycle.
Yeah.
So it held up well over the course of time, and now it's time to be replaced.
Ad hoc Parks Committee, Jeremy's not here. Can you add anything?
I have nothing right now.
Thank you. Board reports, ACBA, the PSBA, Pennsylvania State Birds Association Conference is October 9th to 11th in Erie, PA. If any members are interested in going, I think there are some scholarships available, or we do have an education budget, so it's a great conference and it's drivable. So I would, talk to anybody that's interested. Civil service, nothing for civil service. Economic Development. We got the CDBG grant for the demolition on 930. We have not received it, but it was approved.
It was, the grant was funded, the grant application was funded. Staff will be working with the county and Shaycog to get that contract.
And that's for the demolition of the structure on 930 Newport. Anything else on economic development? Medical rescue team?
Yes, our next meeting is August 26th, and Wednesday, August 26th, and the Personnel Committee, which I'm on, will start next week to interview candidates for the executive director position. As I mentioned previously, an interim director is in place until we choose a full-time executive director.
Thank you. Let's see, Shaycog. I need some notes here. Shaycog, there was no meeting in July because of the golf outing. Next meeting is August 20th, and I don't know if you have anything yet. I had some notes from the last meeting, but I
unfortunately didn't prepare anything.
That escaped me. So I'll fill in on the next meeting on Shaycog, which is the South Hills Association Council of Governments. Allegheny County Southwest Tax Collection Committee.
Next meeting will be in September.
Mayor's report.
I want to just add on to the chief's comments about Lieutenant McCune. Through Lieutenant McCune's diligent detective work over the last few years, we've been able to, through his efforts, that led to the arrest and conviction of a number of crimes over the years. Something a lot of people don't know or understand, but he does do a lot of detective work, and it has led to the arrest of many perpetrators over the years. So we value his knowledge of all of our high-tech stuff and how he's able to use it. And through our license plate detection, our license plate readers, I should say, we've been able to solve a lot of incidents. So I just want to mention that because I think the lieutenant deserves a lot of credit.
Well, my understanding was he was actually working here Sunday on another project when this call came in, so he was able to jump on it right away.
Yes, ma'am.
And so that's why this was a little over 24 hours for this
23 hours exactly. So yes.
for this to be investigated and captured. So that's
And it's one thing to find a car in Monroeville, but somewhere in Indiana, the state of Indiana, that's just crazy.
yeah, so outstanding. Manager's report.
Madam President, I would just encourage folks to monitor the borough's websites for any updated information on any of the paving schedule that we'll be experiencing as our local roadways go through the 2026 paving program. Jason, I don't know if there's anything you'd like to add.
Yeah, I think the capital fund program started, some of the drainage work started on Friday, milling and overlay scheduled this week, various roads. 2 crews likely tomorrow and to finish up the capital fund program. And then the liquid fuel program, we anticipate the latest start date to be August 24th that week. More than likely, the liquid fuel contractor, Petracus, will be at 17th.
Okay, thank you.
And Madam President, maybe a slight delay from economic development. Jason, I don't know if there's any updates on the RFP development.
Yes, the last month council authorized our firm to support the borough in developing the RFP. We have a draft of that RFP. Tomorrow, schedule a kickoff meeting with Michael and identify any action items. And shortly thereafter, thinking this month that it should, I think that's a reasonable expectation for the request for proposal will be issued to prospective developers of the Biddy's parcel.
And that's for the Vittys property, so for the request for development. Thank you. Anything else?
Jason.
Anything else?
Nothing else, Madam President.
Solicitor's report.
I have nothing. Thank you.
Real estate tax collector.
Yes, July's collections were $36,494.20. And the year to date is $4,453,493.71. And that would be at 88% at this point. And we're just halfway through. I'll never get 100. So.
Can't squeeze blood on the turnip. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Any old business? Oh, I'm sorry. We have public comment on non-agenda items. If anybody would like to address council on a non-agenda item, please come up to the podium, state your name and address, and let us know what you think. Gary, you're good. Okay. Nobody wanting to address council. Well, is there any old business? Any new business?
Yes, Madam President. I move to rescind Resolution 795 adopted by Borough Council on July 13th of 2026, which issued a public censure of Councilman David Seiler.
I'm going to pass that off to the attorney to review that. So do we want to make a motion to have the attorney review that request, and would that be the proper?
Or you can vote on the motion, whatever you choose. Do.
Okay, then there's a motion to, what would the motion
It
be?
would be a motion, well, you have a motion to rescind, you probably want to determine if you have a second to the motion first. And then if someone makes a motion to forward it to.
I'd recommend we refer to talk to Dennis.
Well, I guess David's motion is first. Do we have a second for you?
Second.
You have a roll call vote?
Yeah, we need, we're not having discussion.
Well, we don't need a discussion.
I have a comment
Aware of it.
here. I have comments here that I need to read. Based on that motion, a vote of public censure is one of the most serious administrative actions this body can take against an elected official. For such a measure to carry legitimate moral and legal weight, it must be handled with absolute transparency. On July 13th, the full text and specific scope of this resolution were unknown to members of this council at the time the vote was called. A roll call vote of 4-1 was forced through to censor me. I was given zero advance notice, zero copies of the charges, and zero opportunity to prepare a defense. This is a clear violation of standard protocol and fairness. Subsequently, I submitted a formal written objection that was admitted from this agenda. I want to address the resolution directly. I readily admit to the minor administrative misstep listed in item number 2. I own that completely and have subsequently apologized for this minor claim. However, inflating a minor issue into a formal censure and combining it with false and unproven accusations provides that the entire process was a political setup. I would demand some type of valid proof that I committed the other charges that were hidden behind a very vague agenda item. Let's be entirely transparent at what's happening here. The censure is not about a breach of duty. It is a manufactured retaliatory strike designed to punish me for doing the job my constituents elected me to do. It is an attempt to weaponize the word confidentiality to shield borough administration from public scrutiny and oversight. Under Pennsylvania law, a borough manager or a faction of council does not have the legal authority to arbitrarily decide what is secret. The right to know law and the Sunshine Act belong to the citizens of the borough, not to the administrators who work for them. Treating public business as a private secret is a violation of public trust. Censure is symbolic political theater piece. It carries no legal weight and it cannot strip me of the office given to me by my voters. To my colleagues pushing this resolution, you can vote to criticize me for speaking out, but you cannot vote away my First Amendment rights, and you cannot silence the hundred of residents who put me in this seat. The true motive behind the censure is revealed in the resolution itself, which explicitly attempts to punish me for wanting to inform the residents about a very serious issue. Voting on legislation without a complete shared understanding of its contents compromises our procedural integrity and undermines the public trust. Rescinding Resolution 795 is not about taking sides. It is about correcting a flawed process and ensuring that this council always operates with full disclosure. I take my position as councilman very seriously. I will not resign. I will not be intimidated, and I refuse to be part of a cover-up. And I will not stop demanding accountability from this manager and this council. I request that this full statement be entered verbatim into the official minutes of tonight's meeting, and I urge my colleagues to vote in favor of this motion so that we can uphold the standards of fairness that the residents of Castle Shannon expect from their local government. Thank you.
I will comment that there's a certain amount of discretion on personnel matters and ongoing investigations that are not to be made public until we have the entire complete information and investigation process completed. So the motion was to, Vicki, do you have what the motion, what your formal motion was? Or Dave, you want to read it?
I move to rescind resolution number 795, adopted by the Borough Council on July 13th, 2026, which issued a public censure of Councilman David Seiler.
Okay, we'll take a roll call vote. What's that?
The other discussion.
Do we, so,
If anybody else wants to discuss.
does anybody have any discussion?
I think you act like he did this. You know, we didn't do this, you did. And it couldn't be any more clear. I've had people come up to me and tell me you told them right to their face about this confidential, very sensitive matter. And you went out and blew it all over the borough. And you told somebody who put it online. What were you thinking? Don't you understand what confidential means or a sensitive issue means? Apparently you don't. I was hoping you might have learned something from that a couple weeks ago, and apparently you haven't. You haven't learned anything.
Is that what this is about? This?
Exactly what it's about. It's about that. It's about what he did as the library board. Yeah.
I'm unaware of this because you, as a fellow councilman, told me I was not involved because I'm pals with him. What kind of answer is that? I'm a councilman. I am a councilman. And you did things behind my back. That's what I'm
the whole
at.
story, I could tell it to you, but
What whole story? You can't tell me. I'm a councilman. You discussed something that was not discussed with me. Don't intimidate this guy in front of these people with stuff that.
I'm not trying to intimidate him. I'm trying to educate him.
Well, I'm going to educate you. I'm a councilman. You should have told me about this. I'm left in the dark. Why is the councilman not told what other council people are doing? Answer me that.
Because of your reaction, that's why.
What reaction?
Your reaction.
Recess and go to executive session. The shouting match is not solving anything, so
Who started the
we're
shouting?
going to go to discuss this in executive session. We'll return.
Are we adjourning? What are we doing right now?
We're recessing to executive session.
We let these people all know we're in a beer. They sit here and wait. What are we doing? Okay.
Yep. 5-minute recess.
Wow. Me right now.
You can't get there.
I was actually.
July 17th. How many? That's what I'm hearing. She had just been on the Maybe they were like, whatever. In the signature, for the protection. No, it's not good. Every I saw that one.
Oh, that's what.
Drinking tonight on delayed reaction. What's the deal? There you go. Yes. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Nice. I'm gonna get my
It's funny, I watched it. Yeah. No, I did not.
That's only if somebody closes.
Yeah. He said, well, folks are always.
Yeah, we're good. We have our. It does go on the 7 steps. Yeah, I mean, this one's been for quite a while.
I don't have a check yet.
I didn't pay mine yet either.
When they do.
Wait, the middle of September?
Okay, there's a motion on the floor, I believe, to rescind, what was it, the
In Resolution 795, adopted by the Borough Council on July 13th, 2026, issued a public censure of Councilman David Siler.
and we had a second,
Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
all vote. And this would be to rescind.
No.
Oh, yes.
No,
No.
No.
Yes.
that was, what, 4 noes and 2 yeses? Motion fails. Thank you. That being said, I think we need
I
a,
got you. I know where you're coming from. Trust me.
You're in the new business.
any new business?
I know what you.
Any other new business?
Oh. Can I talk about the Historical Society?
Sure. Oh, yes, yes.
That's nice.
So we have started a Castle Shannon Historical Society. We have a board, an executive board that has been elected. And we needed to do that in order to apply for our 501c3. We have had several meetings. We got a set of bylaws that are almost complete and approved. We got a mission statement that is almost set and approved. We have met with Dormont Historical Society to see how they got theirs up and running. And the one big thing that is going to be a stepping stone or whatever you want to call it is space. We are definitely not ready to start collecting because there's no way it's coming to my house.
Let me throw this out there. The bank building.
The what?
The bank building?
Yeah.
I wonder if we could get her to donate that.
That is a discussion. That is a definite discussion.
There now.
Nothing, it's empty.
Is it really?
Well, it's Jarrow Interiors, so they had some, I think some interior stuff stored there, but I think basically it's empty.
Oh, she still has a lot of her design stuff inside.
Is she still there?
We were just in there 2 months ago.
Ah,
I don't think she utilizes it though, right? It's just for storage.
It's just storage.
Yeah.
It's just from the.
But you know, it would be a nice tax deduction for her. We might think about it.
That's been a point of discussion. But like I said, the people in Dormont said once they made it known that they're looking for items, historical items, they got flooded with stuff. So,
Are we hoping for flood?
they got inundated, we'll say.
Okay.
So, we are not at that stage yet. We do not have a place to put this. But I'm sure, I've had people come up to me already and say, hey, I got my grandmother's this, I got my mother's this.
So if anybody's zooming in or if anybody's cleaning out their grandparents.
Don't throw it away.
Don't
Throw it away just yet. So that's all I have.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your efforts on that. There being no new business, we'll need a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Have a motion.
Yeah, okay, a second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.